Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of the Source. So for the past month, I've been able to hop on here and be like, last night was dope, another winning night. We've had a good 5 or 6 week run here. That is not the case right now. The last 24 hours have been rocky. The second day of NBA play-in sucked, went 1-6. And then yesterday, 0-3 in MLB, only our third losing day of the entire MLB season. We need to turn this around quick. I know it's only been 24 hours and these things happen, but I hate it. But let's focus on tonight. We got the last 2 play-in games here. First one to talk about, Bulls, Heat, let's go.
Welcome to the Source. The Source. Hey, get the Source.
Line opens up Miami -5.5, and the line is still Miami -5.5, despite the public being heavy on Chicago. Everyone's betting the Bulls here again. Line has not moved. So let's take a look at the spreadsheet. According to the model, the line for this game should be Miami -7.06. So that would be a slight lean on the Heat, but just like the games from the other night, can't really use my model right now because it goes by the last 5 games and the last 10 games, and those late games in April were just meaningless. So toss it.
So I feel I need to start off by mentioning Miami is just 11-24-2 against the spread as home favorites this season. Second worst in the NBA, only to Dallas. They're also 7-20 against the spread when favored by 5 or more points on the year. This has not been the spot to bet the Heat. We saw the Raps control the game against the Chicago Bulls team for basically 3.5 quarters. How did they do that? They dominated the glass. Toronto actually out-rebounded Chicago 50-36 despite losing the game. So then, can the Heat repeat that? Can Miami dominate the glass in this one? Absolutely not. Toronto's one of the best rebounding teams in the NBA. Miami's rebounding numbers, 20th offensively, 23rd defensively. The Bulls are 21st and 24th. I mean, these teams are identical rebounding. If you remove the rebounding discrepancy from the Bulls-Raps game the other night, Chicago wins that game by 15 at least. I don't see how we don't bet the Bulls here. Chicago also has the mismatch when it comes to shot zones. Both these teams take a lot of mid-range shots. They're 6th and 8th in mid-range frequency. The difference is on the defensive end. The Bulls are 4th defending the mid-range shot. Miami Heat 30th, dead last. We also saw what that Bulls backcourt could do. Pat Bev, Alex Caruso, 4th in forced turnover rate. Down the stretch, coming back on Toronto, they forced 6 turnovers in 7 possessions. The Miami Heat, 25th in turnover rate. This team has problems holding on to the basketball. The Bulls' biggest weaknesses are rebounding and three-point shooting. And as we just saw, Miami rebounds at about the same rate the Bulls do. The only way Miami covers this number is if they get hot from outside. And that's not impossible. We've seen Max Strus get hot from outside in big games. Gabe Vincent, Tyler Hero. They have the pieces. They can hit outside shots. That's the only way I see them cover. Really tough for me to put my money on that, though, especially with the perimeter defense for Chicago looked great. Pat Beverly, Alex Caruso played great defense down the stretch. Really tough for me to rely on Miami Heat outside shooting to win and cover this. I can't get there. So I hate it. I hate this. Everyone in the world is betting the Bulls here. Everyone's betting the Bulls. It's so square, but I have to take Chicago here.
All right, so let's head over to OddsJam, see if we can steal some value. Our best bet on Chicago right now is going to be Bulls +5.5 at -105 on Bet365. So I'll take that. I also like Bulls team total over. It's at 101.5, and you can get that at -114 on FanDuel. So I like that. So if you want to play player props here, I have 2 that I would bet, and they're both centered around the Bulls offense. First, DeMar DeRozan over. Get it at 23.5. 23.5. He's coming off 2 or 3 bad games in a row. He's gone over that total all 3 times he's played the Heat this year. Takes a ton of mid-range shots, and as we know, Heat are dead last against mid-range. So DeMar DeRozan over 23.5, -106 on Barstool. -105 on PointsBet is going to be our best one there. And next, Vucevic, another guy who takes a ton of mid-range shots. You can get his at 15.5. It looks like our best bet there is going to be over -120 on Bet365. So those are bets I like for this one. Let's make some money. Nothing's going to change with these bets because everything's pretty set in stone. But if anything does, I would let you know on Twitter. So give me a follow there if you want. Also, VIP ticket, I'm going to post it around 3:30 p.m. That'll have my SGP for each game on it. We hit that +1,700 one for the Lakers-Pelicans game, but we've missed the other 3. Would love to grab another one of those. Remember to bet responsibly and reach out if you need me.